The exhibition is it's package tour, and yeah, I think first of all it came up when when because it was summer, and well, yeah, I always thought that package tour was somehow exotic, so I like the I like I like the title. But then the things I put in is, of course, to try to disturb a bit this notion of what package tour can mean. And what it put in there is different kind of works that deals with transportation of uh, physical place, memories, and so on. I wanted like to play with transportation or transferring something like I mean, it was all this idea of being in another place, not necessarily a better place, but like mixing all these kind of things together. The starting work is a is a vitrine. When you go into the space, there's a vitrine, and in this vitrine, there's objects belonging to my father, and these are a Rolex watch and a Dupont lighter and a American military ring. And all these objects were acquired after he came to the West, or our family came to the West. Another piece in the exhibition is this codicil for a will, where an American. Actually, I mean, he was a military strategist, I would say. He was economist working for the Rand Corporation, and at the same time he was also gay. He have spent his time in Vietnam from 64 to 73. I got to know him because I was in residency in LA, and he approached me, and it turns out that he had this amazing archive of photos he would take of boys in Vietnam that would hold hands, because in Vietnam you have like another kind of male intimacy that's very different from the West. So what he did was that he projected these kind of homosexual whatever in these situations, and he would take pictures of it. And I made like a book of it, and also a book of the love letters he had from Vietnamese lovers, and all these pictures he would take. And now, of course, also the love letters was very privately, because you couldn't be gay at that time in the 60s. So all these kind of things were, nobody had really seen it, because it was just for, very private use. And also, actually, he's also writing in his book that he was fired because there was accusation that he was gay, which also made all this period very dark for him. That it was something he never really, wanted to dig up in. But, I was so amazed. So, suddenly he's also starting, to be more engaged in it, and it's a very interesting way of reviving certain memories that he have somehow, put away a bit. How I try to do these kind of project is, of course, to emphasize that there's a strong relationship with another person. This is not a work that has been done alone. That it's an infiltration of different history that goes suddenly parallel. Or I'm not so concerned if this is a collaboration or not. I mean, I'm concerned, of course, that this is something that's created by two persons. It's a strange project, because I've known this guy for 2-3 years now, and we get closer and closer together, and I've done different kind of projects with his stuff, and this is somehow the last thing we've done together, and that's the will, where he's stating that I'm going to inherit all the personal stuff that he would have in his house and around, and he has them all over. He's very old, like 80 years, so he hides them, in the garage or whatever. It's just two documents framed together with a book that he actually wrote that somehow describes the background for it. I wanted to have crates in to emphasize of course, the movement of the artworks in itself. I think in reality my production is like I have all these kind of strange stuff around me, and I exhibit them again and again, and I combine them in other ways, and like, and crates are just they tell where the objects comes from. I mean, I don't understand why there's all these kind of strange selection that this is the art and then you put something away and this is, for transportation. I think all these kind of things is a part of the work, and I like to, make things more transparent.